This is the new Princess S62. It's the global launch here at Southampton. Shall we take a look? Be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? So, high-low platform. You can put a jet ski on here, but because it's an S boat, so it's the sports cruiser style, it has the garage in here as well, and that will take a Williams 345, so a pretty decent tender. And there's a sun pad up on top. Now there's two ways onto this boat. There's steps up here, but there's another access over on the other side, which is pretty much the same. And this is quite nice. It's got a dedicated life for our stowage just here, so it's out of the way, but easy to reach. Cockpit area just here. You've got the teak table that folds, of course. So if you don't want it laid out like that for dining, you can drop it back just to put some drinks on it, like so. And I do like this little area here with the spray painted finish. That looks really quite classy. That is just a bit of storage, canopy in there at the moment. So there's a canopy, of course, that goes around here and then drops back when you're leaving the boat. What else can we find? So it's a galley aft layout. It's got the lifting window, so it connects these areas very well, and then this becomes a nice little bar area. And then over here is the fridge freezer. You've got cooking by Bosch, and then of course there's drawers in here for storage, and all around here, so you've got plenty of places to tuck things away. And what's nice is it has its own dedicated little dinette area directly opposite, so that's a nice area you can sit and eat, and you're just inside the door, so you can enjoy the view out, but you're in the shelter and in the air conditioning. And again, it's a folding table, so you can fold this to a smaller area if you wish. Like a lot of Princesses, it has the big window line on both sides of the boat, and then there's a single step up and you're into this saloon area. Now, because it is a sports style boat, it has the sliding roof, and you can see it just here. It's got the glass panels in it, so even when it's closed as it is at the moment, we get plenty of light thrown into here, but that will power back, so this whole area over the helm is open. Or of course, if you just want some ventilation through the boat when you're stopped, that works very well. This area houses an ice maker and a fridge, and it has the AV equipment in here as well, and there's a TV that rises up at the back. What else can we find? Now this is for your bottles, I think. Yeah, bottles in there, glasses in there. Very nice. And soft close. Excellent. And then even underneath here they've made a little cupboard. That's just a bit of storage. Okay, up ahead of this, helm position, all glass cockpit, of course, as they all are now. Really like these Princess helm seats. They're very, very smart. And then this is all very nicely done with this stitched edge along here, and it's all nice dark material so it doesn't reflect in the windscreen, so you've still got a decent view out even when the sun's on it, as it is at the moment. Let's head on down a little bit further. Steps down here. The distribution panel is on here, so this is easy to get to. Right at the front of the boat, VIP guest cabin. Lovely. And you can see a little square there, that's a little escape hatch. If ever it's needed, that's another route out of the boat. And the woodwork in here, of course, as you always find on Princess, really nicely done. This, of course, is all storage, as is this, which is a hanging locker. And people often ask about these panels. They say, what's behind the panels? Well, we've got one down at the minute, so we can show you. This is always access to things like air conditioning, plumbing, wiring, that kind of thing. So you don't have to start ripping the boat apart if you need to get to anything. It is all get-outable. And stereos in here, and of course AV equipment as well, TV on the back wall. And this has its ensuite over on this side. Now this is the day toilet as well, of course, so there's a doorway just here, but really great size, and a separate shower area. And that is then accessed during the day for people coming down wanting to pop in and use the loo, but also cabin 3 would use that area. And this is actually a nice cabin. There's masses of headroom as you come in. You can see it just here, and then there's a step down, so even when you move further back down the boat, still plenty of headroom. Big windows in here, and these are opening sections, so you can get some ventilation in here if you want to. And a massive wardrobe again just here, and that is one of those panels that I was talking about, but in place. So again, if ever you need to get to behind the scenes with this boat, you can, and that I think is quite important, especially when the boat gets a little bit older. Cool, let's head on back down the boat, see what we can find down here. This is the master cabin. So if you own the boat, this is your domain. And that is a really lovely cabin on a 60-foot sport style boat. That's brilliant. Fully flat floor all the way around. Got those big hull windows again. I like the way they finished areas like this. Headboard at the head of the bed. Great little seat over there. Yeah, that's a good cabin. And this is all storage over here, which of course is particularly useful. And that looks like a mirror. Hey, look at that. Excellent. I like that. Very nice. Good. This, again, has an ensuite, and that is tucked behind this bulkhead here. So there's a sliding door, and that takes you into this area. Separate shower, of course. And usual Princess, beautifully finished heads compartment. Excellent. Let's go on round, take a look at the deck areas, the flybridge, and we will finish off with the engine space. And I think there's a small crew cabin on this one as well. We'll have a look. Right, let's go back here. And we'll head around this side, I think. Let's have a quick look in here. That looks intriguing. Okay, so these are engine controls and thruster controls, so that if you are stern to berthing, as you often are on the Med, you can actually drive the boat from here, and you can stand and see exactly where you're placing it. Control the thrusters, control the engines. Very useful feature. Decent side decks. Teak laid on this boat, so that's nice. And things like the handrail here, so as you walk around the boat, you've got things to hang on to. It's a very practical boat. And up here, a nice little bow cockpit area, so you've got seating facing forward, and then sunbeds just here. Let's go right up to the front, and we'll take a look back. Yeah, nice, very nice. Let's head back down this side just for completion. We'll take a look upstairs now. Of course, on sports boats, they don't traditionally have flybridges, but what they do with these S boats is they do put a small flybridge on as well, and I think that's a useful feature because it gives you the facilities of the sports boats, the big gouge at the back, the opening roof over the helm, but it gives you some flybridge versatility as well. So up here, it's not as big as a 60-foot flybridge, if that makes sense, but it's still a very decent area. So you've got seating at the back, there's a bimini top overhead. I like these lights that they've set into it, and then over here is bar area. That of course lifts up if you want to use it. Fridge underneath that one, and then that's a bin in there. Up ahead there's seating next to the helm, and you can see there's a little track along here. That's because this will pull out across, make that a big sunbathing area, so that's really nice if you're cruising down the coast. People can sit here at the helm, people can lie next to you or sit here facing forward. It's a very adaptable area. And then your helm is here with a terrific view out across the front of the boat. I think that really makes the boat. I like that. Cool. Let's head on down. We'll have a quick look in the engine room. And that we will find underneath the floor here. Let's drop down there. Okay, so these are MAN V8 engines, the 1200 horsepower each. So they're giving this boat some serious punch. She's got speeds up in the mid to high 30s. I think she's 36, 37 knots, somewhere around that area. And therefore cruising speeds, high 20s, very comfortably. All the silver stuff is the usual sound deadening that you get in Princesses. It's a very well lit engine room, of course, as they always are on these. And you've got great access to things like water strainers, fuel filters, all that kind of stuff is where you can get at it. Generator at the back in the centre, and pretty good headroom for a 60-foot boat. Not bad at all. She's a conventional shaft drive, so you've got gearboxes on the back of the engines, and then that is the shaft there that goes down and out, straight shaft, propeller on the back, rudder behind that, nice and simple and straightforward. Cool, let's come out of here. As I say, I think there may be a small crew area. Let's go and take a look. We'll close that back down. And we'll head down this side. Okay, now before anybody says it in the comments, this is not somewhere where you were intending to put a couple of crew permanently. In fact, it wouldn't even fit a couple of crew. What this is a very occasional space. If somebody was delivering the boat, for example, or you wanted to skip her just for a longer trip for a couple of days, then you have got another place in the boat where they can go, or you can use it for storage. We'll head on down and have a quick look. As I say, if you want full permanent crew, you're probably on the wrong boat. You need to upgrade. But for a 60-foot sport style boat, it's actually a great little area. There's a single bed in here, and what is nice is it does have a proper separate toilet compartment, and that's a wet room as well. So the shower pulls out of here, so you can have a proper shower. And I think, as I say, you've got to consider the size of the boat and the style of the boat. Don't forget there's a big gouge in behind here for your Williams rib. So for occasional use, that's pretty good. And it's air conditioned as well. Cool. Let's drop that back down. And we will finish up, I think. Let's finish up in here. These seats look particularly welcoming. So that's it. That is the new Princess S62. I think it's done a really nice job on that. And I think it's a great level of accommodation, considering the size and the style of the boat. I think they've done very well. Hope you enjoyed that little tour. Thanks very much for watching. I look forward to catching you on the next one. Bye bye.